Wow. Just wow. Back in 2012, a little film called The Avengers tried to push the boundaries of superhero cinema by cramming four fan favourite heroes into one film. It was a huge risk, and prior to release, non-fan audience members weren't about to take it too seriously. Thankfully, one man, a true believer in the power of his source material, was able to create one of the highest grossing critical successes of our age. This man's name is Joss Whedon. Did I say that correctly? So what do you do after you've created one of the greatest comic book movies of all time? You make the sequel. From the get-go, the Avengers Age of Ultron immerses the audience in action. The action is fast, creative, and above all, fun. Banter ensues as our six heroes manage to communicate across a vast enemy terrain, with no visible earpieces. They are superheroes, I guess. Straight away, the film introduces two of its main strengths, spectacle and humour. But it's far from a two-trick pony, if that's a thing. We also experience a tonal shift between this film and the first one. The vivid primary colours of the first movie are replaced with gritty greys. Thematically and character-wise, we've reached some murkier waters. Yet, surprisingly, the film isn't any less riveting than the original. This darker edge is provided by the film's main antagonist, Ultron, who's a great deal more imposing and sinister than Tom Hiddleston's Loki. Still, he probably won't receive the same fangirl attention. Sorry mate, but you're a CGI robot. Voiced and probably motion capture performed by James Spader, Ultron is an intimidating presence, the likes of which these heroes have never faced before. Yet the film is strictly within an Australian M or American PG-13 rating, so they can't take it too far. And rather than just being dark and brooding all the time, the bad guy actually gets some funny moments. In fact, the good moments are spread evenly throughout the whole cast this time around. There aren't really any clear standouts. Actually, they're all standouts. Everyone gets a chance to show off their own brand of awesomeness. Not quite as awesome with a cappella. Which brings me to music. In the original, Alan Silvestri crafted an incredibly rousing score which perfectly complemented and enhanced the heroism on screen. In finding out they'd replaced the composer for the sequel, I was a little worried they wouldn't be able to match it. Thankfully, Brian Tyler retained the familiarity of that score whilst adding a few of his own ideas. In other words, for those sequences in which our protagonists are dishing out justice, the music is still the perfect fit without feeling too much like déjà vu. But music wouldn't necessarily be a deal breaker for fans of this franchise. Spectacle is, however, très important. Now, in my recent review of Fast and Furious 7, I pointed out the problems I had with some of the action sequences in saying that the frenetic camera work detracted from the experience by not displaying what I, as an audience member, wanted to see. One of the reasons why this franchise excels as an action series is due to its propensity for showing us the action in a fresh and often innovative way. You can tell that the writer and choreographers of both physical and digital elements have clearly put a lot of care and dedication into the way these scenes are constructed and shot. No. Anyway, although the camera does shake from time to time, the filmmakers make sure you appreciate all the stunts and beats of action that they want you to see. Yet exhilarating as the action was, it's not the thing that really stuck with me. Ultimately, this film is designed as a showcase for many well-loved characters. Writer-director Whedon chooses to flesh out these characters, having them play off one another, allowing their personalities to shine through. And man, does this film have some killer lines. Not only are they good, but they are consistently good. As a whole group, the Avengers are given great chemistry that has developed to an entirely new level in this film. And the great performances from an all-star cast helps you buy the fact that all these larger-than-life characters can harmoniously fit within the same movie. Overall, these ingredients, plus more that I haven't mentioned, I'm not going to spoil any great moments for you, all add up to a highly effective and satisfying result. Satisfying? More like amazing! Which brings me to my conclusion, and I have to say that for the first time ever, the Avengers Age of Ultron was an amazing experience. Well, what did you think? Did it live up to expectation? Or am I acting like one of Marvel's loyal puppets? I assure you,
there are no strings on me.
Anyway, please like and leave a comment in the comment section below.